Hey guys, welcome back to KaoshKraft. So today, remember last part when I said I was going to work on getting that area flat and I was going to maybe start building the house? Well, I basically started that a little bit. As you can see here, we have somewhat of the mansion started using cobblestone, snow. That's basically it so far. Also some spruce here, which I actually have a couple of good ideas for the garage area since we can actually use those for actual cars. We might actually use those for like pens for animals and stuff. So as you can see here, I started everything off and I used a lot of dirt to finally get this done. This is what we said, 90 by 90 plot, and man, it took so long and took so much dirt. I need to thank you Fancy Blue Pants for giving me enough dirt, because I actually ran out of all the dirt I've had and I needed a lot more, and luckily Fancy gave me, or let me borrow some of his dirt, or just let me have it, because I'm not really borrowing it. I'm more, like, I took it. But I asked him, he said, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so thank you very much, Fancy Blue Pants, and we're going to continue working on this mansion, because I didn't want to do too much off camera, mainly because I want you guys to see a lot of this, which we'll need a lot of food. We'll put the roses away. Don't really need those right now. Put the dirt away for now as well. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, 3 stacks should be good. And we're going to be going through so much food. Because when I was just doing these alone, I was running through, I think, 23 things of bread. Oh my god, I cannot talk. And it was ridiculous. It's like, wow. Yeah, but I did a couple things. Nothing really too much, especially since this is a symmetrical building. And I'm also not going to be counting this out for you guys, mainly just because there is a tutorial for this building, so I'm not really going to go into every single detail in this. So just to give you guys a little heads up on that, I need to make sure I get this correct on both sides. Okay. Yeah, and I used snow here, because in the original tutorial I used quartz for all of this, but quartz in survival is very hard to get, especially in that much quantity of it. So I figured, hey, snow is just as good. There's a couple of things you can't really do with it, like the stairs and everything, but for the most part it's the same. So I figured, hey, why not use quartz? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So did that and got that started. Can I get it? Oh, come on, reach just a little bit more. Hey, there we go. So got that done. I'm trying to think of some other things. But man, just the amount of dirt I had to use to complete this was just ridiculous. And it took probably 4 hours. Well, I wouldn't say 4 hours, maybe 2 to 3 hours just to complete it. And it was really getting tiring and frustrating after a while. And just because it was taking so long and running out of dirt did not help. I gotta sneeze really bad. You guys ever have that? Like, do you feel the sneeze coming on, but you don't? Like, it's hard to describe. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And also, all of this is done in survival. I have not been using creative because you can't really use creative on this server, mainly just because it's a survival server. So can't really do that. Maybe we'll do this so we don't get hurt. Drop down to here. Drop down to there. Well, still got hurt a little bit, but not as bad. 1. And we've already gone through a full stack of 64. And we need our health to fully regen here, because this drop is not a small drop. Oop! Oop! And let's do this. Maybe. Boop. Boop. Okay. There, I guess that helps a little bit. I remember the first time I did that, I had to do a full drop. But yeah, I used stackable snow here just to make the stairs, because I felt like that would look just as good instead of using quartz. And I don't know, I actually like it more than the quartz just because it's not as steep. So that's one thing I definitely did like about that, was just how good it looked compared to everything else. And how did I mess that up like that? Jump, jump, jump. Okay. I guess we need to come up here and do it. Man, building this mansion is going to take maybe 2 to 3 parts, if not more, just because of... I think I have all the resources besides stone brick stairs, which luckily I have a pickaxe that will help me with that. But man, it's going to take a while, just because of the stone brick stairs I had to get, which that would be honestly the hardest part for this house, would be doing the roof. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get that done. I'll have to maybe do one side off camera and then do the other on. Boop, 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 and boop. And I use so much hunger for this just because I'm jumping so much. I'm jumping like every time I do something. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It should be 4, I believe. Or is it 5? Let me go check. One of the two. I'm going through so much food. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did get it correct. I will say I haven't used this texture pack to build this mansion yet. I've only used it on the console, so I've been using the city texture pack, which it's almost nighttime, so we'll go sleep here in a second. I definitely like how this looks and flows so far. The cobblestone definitely makes it, like just the texture pack alone makes it look a lot darker, but that's just the texture pack. Probably in the vanilla texture pack, this probably doesn't look the best, but as long as it looks good, and I know it looks good in different texture packs. Boop. Boop. Man, I wonder if I count how many hearts I go through total while building this, how many it would be. Because that would be ridiculous. Boop, 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 boop. And I don't know why I want to switch houses. And because I've worked so hard on the one you guys have seen me working on, the mountain one. But I also think some of it's because everybody else has built a house that's outside and it's an external house to where you actually have to build it yourself, to where I've mainly just been using the mountain as my house. And I kind of want to make something because I'm sure a lot of you guys know me as a external builder. I've done one tutorial for mountain house, but usually I build houses that are like this. So I think a lot of people who are watching this and know me probably wanted something like this compared to like what everybody else is doing if you watch their episodes of KaoshKraft. So I feel like it was about time I started. I have the resources to do this. I have everything I need besides the stone brick stairs. So I figured, hey, why not? This is a house I really enjoy making. Just every time I've made it, I've enjoyed it. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we need to go up a little bit more. Boop. Just make some small stairs here for a minute. So I figured, again, why not? It'll be good for the videos. It will be nice to actually do something else besides just work on the mountain house. It is gonna suck not having and like completely, like I'm not sure if I want to move everything though. That's gonna be the main thing, just because a house like this, I'm not great at interior for it, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that part. And just the mountain house is a lot more practical for survival in my opinion, just how it's set up. And that's kind of one reason why I'm going to kind of regret moving, I feel like, because this, I can definitely make some underground areas to keep things organized, but for the most part, I like the mountain house just because, again, of how organized it is. The chest room is finally complete, which is a huge undertaking, really, because it just takes so many resources, and just moving everything around gets really, really annoying, because you're like, oh man, I got to move this too. Especially when we got set back a week, I had to do that all over again. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. At that point, I was like, this sucks. I lost everything I've been working on for that past week. And that just really sucked, but there's nothing really I could do about it. Luckily, everybody was nice enough to help out with like everybody's problems that they were having. Let's see. I need spruce wood to finish the garage. But yeah, I think for the garage areas, I'm going to make it into like an animal pen. So like that's where my horses will stay when I get those. I'll keep like pigs and stuff in those. So I can use those for like a food. Like for food. We got spruce wood and the slabs are here. So there we go. We should be good for that. And I'm also, luckily, since I'm doing this on the computer, I'm kind of going a little bit off memory here. But at the same time, I'm not, because since I play a lot of console, I have my console up, so I can basically replicate this exactly how I want it. And I actually did mess up a little bit earlier, but it's not like a big mess up. I actually got really, really lucky, and I'll show you that here in a second. Again, it's nothing really that big. It's actually just something I missed off by one block, but luckily I did it on both sides. And this first garage door is supposed to be 6 long. And this one's supposed to be 5. Well, they're both 5, and that's where I messed up. Again, not that big of a deal. Again, it's survival. I'm not going... Well, I guess I am kind of going for perfection a little bit. Even though this isn't a perfect house by any means. especially when we get to the interior, you guys will be cringing like, oh my god, what are you doing? Which, maybe that'll be something I can do this part, is because I didn't do the interior for this house for the tutorial, but maybe I can get somebody else to help me out with it on the server, because as you saw from last part when we were checking out other people's houses, they were pretty good at interiors, so we actually might do that. So let me look at something real quick. So that's where it starts, huh? Okay, I'm looking at the things on my 360, so it should be 2, 3, 4. Okay, I just want to make sure I got everything right because it needs to be lined up perfectly. So I need to figure out how I want to do some of this, because getting up to the top floor will not be easy. We'll have to use a placing block and just get rid of it a little bit later on, so we'll just do that for now. Using dirt. I kind of feel like I am doing another tutorial on this house, and again, I might have said this so many times you guys are getting tired of it, but I just really enjoy this house. It's something that I haven't really done something like this in survival ever. I mean, I've done different stuff, don't get me wrong, but I've never done a tutorial, not even a tutorial, but just a house like this in survival. They've always been in mountains, mainly because I feel like, again, they're more practical for survival. Let's see, we need to have cobblestone here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Okay, that's why it looked wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay. Out. And where are my carrots? There they are. I wish I could go down and get more spruce wood. And I actually have a pretty nice view here. One thing I did notice, it looks like I have a lot of open area over there. And I'm actually going to try to use that to my advantage for exploring as much as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boop, boop. And just finish this off like this. Boop, 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 bop, boop, boop. Perfect. Okay, now I just gotta do the same thing to the other side. I might go down and get some more of that wood just to make things a little bit easier. Let's see if we can do it without it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Man, I'm really gonna go through so much food just falling down and jumping so much. So let's see. Yeah, let's go down and get that. Oh man, the dirt's there. Really? Okay. Well, luckily... Oh, okay, didn't work. Whatever. Okay, I know I brought some more spruce wood over exactly for this reason. I don't know, I definitely like this texture pack a lot. And using the snow, it definitely gives it a little bit more color. Because one thing I definitely don't like about flows is, I think it's with flows, it might actually be... Actually, I'm not sure if it's flows or not. It might just be the city texture pack that I'm thinking of. But if I remember correctly, quartz does not flow too smoothly. If I'm going off memory, I haven't used quartz in a long time in Flows HD. Which, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, wood. Here it is. So I probably need to go look at that in survival sometime. And let's go back up. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure. Why is my screen shaking? That's weird. Like how everything is supposed to look in Flows. Again, haven't really used survival or creative for the PC too much, knowing that you guys know I'm a console guy mainly, besides survival and stuff like this. And to finish this off, boop, 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 boop. Perfect. I think we're pretty much good there. We have a door here. 2, 3, 4. I think this goes all the... No, excuse me, all the way up. How come something looks wrong here? Something looks off. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, it definitely looks off here. Huh. Let me get rid of this and let's do the same thing with the other side to see what's going on here. Alright, all the way up there. And oh, okay. So wait, is this supposed to be... Okay, it is on the second block. Okay, we're good there. And this needs to be 1. Boop, boop. Oop, and this needs to be Snow. Jon Snow. I've actually never watched that show. I've watched it a couple times with my girlfriend, but I've never watched it from the beginning, which I probably should at some point, because I've heard it's pretty good. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, one more. So I might want to watch that sometime, because again, heard it's a pretty good show. So I might want to give it a chance. Because was it Game of Thrones is where Jon Snow comes from? Like that whole thing? Ooh. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's where I messed up. That's why it's off. There's not supposed to be cobblestone here. I was remembering, like, why does that look off for some reason? So it's just supposed to be stone here. There we go. Now I'm figuring it out. I think I put that there for a holding block. And now we should have 2 here. 1. Perfect. Okay. Whew, I got really worried there that I messed up, and I was about to be pretty upset. So we'll have this come all the way up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we're at 3 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Stack this up. Man. Huh. Hoppity hop. Hoppity hop scotch. Okay, so we're good there. This needs to come up. Is that right? Looks like it. Oh! I thought I was crouching. Why did I fall off? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that should be 6 total. Connect these 2 together. Oh! Okay. And 1, 2. I think we're good there. Do we have glass panes with us? Nope, we do not. Let's eat some food. Let's see. And I think we're good for now. How much time are we at? We're at 17 minutes. Man, we're at 17 minutes and when we have this much done. If this was creative, I'd basically already be done with this house to an extent. Definitely a great view though of the sunset. Okay, it's definitely coming together now, at least the front. Let's see what the side looks like real quick. So it should be just like that. Okay, again, I'm using the console editions for example, so I can kind of see like where I need to do, like what I need to do. So that looks good. Everything looks fine there. Let's take our cobblestone, which we still have plenty. And what we're going to do is we're just going to stack this all the way up. 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do is actually make like a small stair step going up to these. I guess we actually don't need to. They're not high enough to where we're getting hurt yet. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my massive amount of clicking. It's kind of absurd how much I have to click for this. And plus we'll sleep here in a second. Oh! Whee! And have this come over and perfecto. So what, we got that all lined up. Let's do this. Boop, boop. And nighttime. I'm actually surprised I haven't had any monsters over here in a long time. Like, I've gone back to my house several times and I've came back and nothing has ever been here yet, which is kind of surprising me, especially because it's such a flat area. So I'm kind of surprised, like, there's no monsters spawning, which I'm not sure if I should be scared or not. More stacks of cobblestone. I probably should have counted how many stacks I've used, because as you can see, I've made an outline here to kind of give me like a little help instead of using then the console for the entire thing. But ow. And what else do we need to do? So this should be 2. Yeah, I think the thing I'll need the most is definitely, I should be good on cobblestone. If I don't, I definitely know people I can go to for that, and also mining will definitely help. But also stone bricks will just be the biggest pain on this house, because I don't want to use cobblestone for it, for the roof, because it'd just be way too much cobblestone altogether in this house if I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop, boop. And come up. This might just work out perfectly. I'm still kind of amazed, like, just how good this is working out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5, 6. Oh, no. Ah, there we go. I'm already out of 2 bars of food. I wonder how much food I'm going to go through just making this house. It's honestly going to confuse me. I won't say confuse me, but it's going to be like one of those things like to where, like, wow, I've gone through that much food? Just because there's so much of it. 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. And, I wish I could be a little bit taller. I wish I could use that morph mod that Weeby Stranger and I used in modded survival, because that would definitely help with this. And then the rest of this is just plain old cobblestone. Boop, boop. Jump. Couple more. Oh, okay. Whoop. Huh, whoop. Okay. Yeah, I think for one part, we've actually gotten pretty far with this house. Because I know Biggs just started his house not too long ago. Like, I know you guys mainly from my videos, when we went to his house, he was living in that small little house in the cave. It's basically like a small little mountain house. Not big at all. But he's actually working on a real house now. It's a modern house from what I've seen. It looks pretty good. And I think that kind of inspired me to make a actual house as well. Just because I want to do something different. And again, a little bit over the top. Because I like going over the top usually. Just ask a lot of my good friends. They will definitely agree with you and be like, yeah, he's a dick for doing it. But to me, it's just fun. That's weird. Like, this opening looks so much bigger, like, when we back up. Like, every time we back up, it just looks so much bigger. But that one doesn't. Maybe this cobblestone wall's behind it is what's doing it? I have no idea. So let's see. Anything else we want to do for this part, or should we call it quits, since we've already done a lot? Which I still will need to go into the nether to collect quartz, mainly because I need it for the roof outline, because that's a key part to this house. So I will at least be using a lot of that, but we can get that sorted out. It's not going to be as much as if I used it for the entire house. So, thank you guys for watching. It is greatly appreciated as always. Thank you for watching again. If you haven't seen the other episodes of KaoshKraft, maybe I suggest you go watch those to kind of catch up to where we are now, even though I'm building a new house. So, if you are new, this isn't a bad point to come into the series, but at the same time, you might want to go look at the other ones to see where we started and what my mountain house looks like, even though you're going to see it again. But again, I'm preaching it, which I don't know why, because I'm sure most of you guys have seen it. But bye-bye, guys. Again, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.